And Rick Henry is here with us right now to check sports, and he's talking about France again.
I just love that little country over there across the Atlantic. I really do love France, and we're going to have to put Donna Martell on the station softball team.
Pretty strong, isn't she?
What an arm. I thought that will would never stop. It's France against Sweden in the men's finals of the French Open tennis tournament. Sunday's championship will see the defending champion Mats Wilander of Sweden take on Frenchman Yannick Noah. The 22-year-old Noah right there battered fellow countryman Christophe Roger-Vasselin 6-3, 6-0, 6-0 in a match that saw both players running to the net throughout and jumping over it. Noah becomes only the fourth French player to reach the men's singles final. Another semifinal match, Wilander and Jose Garris battle over 3.5 hours. The final score was 7-5, 6-7, 6-3, 6-0, putting Wilander in the running for the $90,000 first prize. Tomorrow in Paris, four-time champ Chris Evert-Lloyd takes on 1977 French Open winner Mima Jauzovic of Yugoslavia for the women's title. The NASCAR boys are out west this week for the Budweiser 400 in Riverside, California. Qualifying didn't get underway until 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'll have the results for you on our 11 o'clock show. Some weird things are happening at Chicago's Wrigley Field these days. Yesterday, the Cubs pulled off a triple play against the Pittsburgh Pirates, and today's game between the two had to be suspended because of the weather. No, it wasn't raining, it was just foggy. But Fotopoulos cuts through the soup with this report.
The Pirates got their first run when Dale Berra popped a hit to right to score Mike Easler in the second inning. 1 out later, pitcher Larry McWilliams followed with a shot that went past the drawn-in infield. Richie Hebner scored to make it 2-0. Berra reached third and scored from there on Lee Mazzilli's tap to first. Pittsburgh led 3-0. The Cubs came up with 8 runs in the 7th inning. Here, Larry Boa tripled off the left center field wall with 3 Cubs on the bases. All 3 of them scored, and when the throw from the cutoff man went wild, Boa also crossed the plate, and suddenly the Cubs were ahead. Then Mel Hall walked, Ryan Sandberg singled, and Bill Buckner drove his 5th home run of the season over the right field wall to wind up the scoring. The umpire suspended play after the inning because of fog conditions, with the Cubs ahead 8-3. This is Bud Fotopoulos reporting.
Last night, the New York Yankees built an early lead against the California Angels. Here, Don Baylor homers over the left field fence. Ken Griffey comes along for the ride, and New York has a 2-0 lead. In the third, Dave Winfield makes it a 5-0 game with this 3-run homer into the seats in left field. For Winfield, that's round tripper number 10 for the year. The Yanks increased the lead to 7-1 before the Angels roared back. The big gun was Ellis Valentine, whose 6-inning grand slam stunned the 30,000 Yankee faithful and even the score at 7 apiece. In the 7th, California takes the lead for good as Doug the Sensei will put one over the fence. That's his 2nd homer of the game. The Angels go on to win it 9-8. The Florence Blue Jays are on the road tonight. The Jays take on the Spartanburg Spinners in the rubber match of their 3-game series. Game time is 7:30. College baseball's World Series begins tonight in Omaha, Nebraska. Top-ranked Texas plays James Madison, and heavily favored Oklahoma State will take on Stanford. It's the first round of that double elimination tournament. Okay, listen up. Here's a quick quiz. What professional baseball player holds the record for career stolen bases? Ty Cobb, Murray Wills, Lou Brock. Wrong, wrong, wrong. The new record holder is Yutaka Fukumoto, a center fielder in Japan. Mr. Fukumoto recently swiped his 939th base, and that's one more than Lou Brock. Ohio State quarterback Mike Tomczak has been declared ineligible just because he wore some pretty nice clothes. Tomczak's picture appeared in a full-page ad in a Columbus magazine endorsing a department store's line of clothing. That's a violation of NCAA rules, which prohibit a college athlete from participating in a commercial venture. The kicker here is that the $40 modeling fee was donated to charity, so the good-hearted NCAA strikes again. In golf, Scott Simpson shot a 4-under par 68 to move into the early second-round lead at the Kemper Open in Bethesda, Maryland. His 2-round total is 8-under par 136. First-round leader George Burns followed his course record 64 with a fat 5-over 77. He stands alone in second at 141, 3-under par. Here's the fishing game forecast for Saturday. You can get an early start from 6:30 a.m. until 10:15. Also good from 2 p.m. to 3:30 and from 6:30 p.m. until 11:30 with an excellent period from 7 to 9:30. And that French Open is really going to be something there with the young Frenchman, 22-year-old Yannick Noah. He'll have his home folks cheering for him against last year's champ, Mats Wilander from Sweden. Don't have Bjorn Borg anymore, but got Vielander now.
Well, he's probably the heartthrob of all the teams, but I'm going to go with Noah. That home crowd always gives you a pretty big advantage.
Good pick.
Okay, thank you very much, Rick. And just ahead, the Air Force Thunderbirds join in on the Sun Fun celebration. We'll be right back.
It's our 22nd birthday at Sky City, and we're celebrating with a fabulous sale for you.
This Hoover convertible vacuum even has edge cleaning, and it's just $69.88. Galaxy's 20-inch box fan has 2 speeds for only $19.88. A Regent badminton set comes with 4 rackets for just $7.88, and 12 quarts of Quaker State Deluxe oil is just 79 cents a quart after rebate.
At Sky City, find more savings every day. Sky City Stores.
Excuse me, I could use a little help.
Couldn't we all?
I'm moving my company to a new location, and I understand General Telephone can help me design a new phone system while the building is still in the planning stage. That they can analyze my communications requirements and propose a system that could not only contribute to the performance of my business, but possibly reduce my operating costs. Is that true?
I wouldn't know. I just came in to use the water fountain.
Get it all at General Telephone.
Burger King presents Return of the Jedi glasses. 4 new glasses from the Star Wars saga. Thrilled with the adventures of Luke Skywalker, the Ewoks, Han Solo, and Jabba the Hutt. Buy a medium or large Coke, and a different glass is yours each week for a special price. Collect all 4. Return of the Jedi glasses, now appearing only at Burger King.
Anyone can turn out neat little brochures about financial services. The trick is making the information understandable, and often that requires two-way communications. So at First National, we've created a toll-free information line to answer your questions, to keep you up on our current services. It isn't just a good idea on paper either. It's for real. First National Bank. We're always looking for ideas that make your life a little richer.
A taste of the good life. That's what the American Cancer Society is offering you in their 1983 First Lady Cookbook, featuring South Carolina's finest recipes: veal Oscar from Richland County, seafood quiche from Calhoun County, and Kershaw County's own Nubian chocolate roll. This First Lady Cookbook is a great gift idea for a friend or just to pamper yourself. And your $5 donation is a gift that will keep on giving through cancer research. Contact your local Cancer Society today. Taste the good life of South Carolina.
With 18 demonstrations already to their credit this year, the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds are flying into Myrtle Beach this weekend to perform number 19. Details now from our Grand Strand reporter, Al Irvin.
The precision, high-speed acrobatics of the United States Air Force Thunderbirds have been leaving spectators breathless for 30 years. And for the 6 blue-clad jet-setters that streaked into town yesterday, the Grand Strand airspace is to their liking.
The altitude above sea level, which the show site is located, can make a lot of difference. And in that respect, Myrtle Beach is going to help us out a lot because it's right here at sea level where the air is more dense, and the airplane in that environment performs much better, both in terms of power available and also in its ability to turn. So depending on what the conditions are tomorrow for the show, I think we have a very desirable situation here at Myrtle Beach, because I think you traditionally have some pretty good weather down here.
The Thunderbird season, which started March 29th, marks the first since 4 pilots were killed in January '82 on a training flight. But apparently the Thunderbirds' reformation was never in question.
More about how we would go about it and what things would be changed, how we could ensure that that type of accident would not happen again. So as far as the pilots are concerned, we certainly don't feel that we have anything to prove. We all know that we're very experienced and that we are proficient at what we're doing because we practice so much.
In Myrtle Beach, Al Irvin, PD 15 News.
That's it for this edition of PD 15 News. Thanks for joining us tonight at 11, one of the smallest public high school graduations in the state.
ABC's World News Tonight is next. Have a good evening.